This is the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
All right, let's where are we? Let's go to letters. All right, let me see what I got. I got a lot of letters here. All right. Father, I go to adoration of the local church once a week when they have it. Each time a woman comes in with her mother. After a few minutes, she goes up to the tabernacle, opens the door, removes some of the hosts, and puts them in a pyx. I don't know how many she takes. Sometimes she gives one to her mother, and sometimes not. Last week, she had another woman with her, and I showed her how to do it. No, this does sound a little odd. Oh, dear.
Oh, Father.
Eucharistic ministers are important. They do important work. There's precedent in the church. In a certain sense, St. Tarcisius was a Eucharistic minister, bringing Holy Communion to those who were in prison because he was a kid and could get in without any questions asked, and he was killed for his defense of the Holy Eucharist. There was a very interesting a German seminarian who was forced into the Nazi army. He became a Eucharistic minister with the permission of Pope Pius XII. And that was when this was not done. So Eucharistic ministers have precedent in the church. The problem is you really need to, the whole symbolism of the Eucharist is, I don't take it myself, I give it. The idea of it used to be trendy to pass around the paten with the host on it. You take a host. That's very inappropriate. It's something that's given. It's given you by a priest or deacon who stands there in the person of Christ in a certain sense, and they give you this gift. The idea of taking it yourself is, I would bring that up to the pastor. There are people who come in and take the host, and you really need to receive it. The appropriate place to receive the Blessed Sacrament is at Mass. And if you are a communion minister, never store it in your glove box in the car or in the drawer in your dining room. That when you receive the Holy Eucharist, you should take the Holy Eucharist straight from the church to the person that you're ministering to. You don't keep it in your house. I've known people want to keep the Blessed Sacrament in their house. It's kind of nice to have Jesus overnight. That's not appropriate. We have come to take the Blessed Sacrament almost for granted. It's almost casual, and that's not right. This is the most expensive meal you will ever eat. It costs the blood of the Son of God on the cross. This is something that I think is a problem that we have in the church right now, that it was assumed when all the changes were made that no one would ever forget what the Eucharist is. Well, people have forgotten what the Eucharist is. It isn't just a nice thing, a nice little talisman. It's the center point of the universe, and we should treat it with great awe. So this idea of just doling it out to yourself, I'm not sure that that's wise. I wouldn't mention name. I don't know. It's important enough that you ask the pastor, and the pastor might say, "Oh, I told her to do that because I'm too busy," and that's a shame. But well, it's not her fault. Then we the clergy will be answerable.
Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends, and thanks for listening.